Hey everyone, welcome to Dazola Designs, or welcome back if you're a subscriber and like my tutorials. I am Anne. I am the creator of Dazola Designs. Today we are going to make this super cute granny square, you guys. It's so cute. I love it. I want to make a sweater. If you've seen my videos, I always want to make a sweater, but I think this would make a cute sweater. This would also make a really cute scarf with Rudolph on the ends. It is pretty simple to make. You guys know my videos are long, my tutorials are long because I go slow and I do step by step. So let's gather the ingredients. Oh, first I want to say, you guys, this is not my pattern. I got this pattern from this book, 3D Granny Squares. If you do not have this book, it's super fantastic. I will have the Amazon link down below. It's awesome, and it is by Katie Moore, Sharna Moore, and Celine Seaman, and this particular pattern is on page 114. I really like this book because not only does it have the written patterns, it also has the actual pattern that you can follow along. So again, 3D Granny Squares, awesome book. If you guys don't have it, get it because it's really, really cool. So what are you going to need to make this fabulous project? You're going to need yarn. I use Big Twist yarn. I used camel. I'm not going to say the exact colors. Do I have to say? Forest green, red, black, and brown. There you go. Chocolate brown and black. You do not have to use the exact colors that I use. Please, please, please make it your own. I always say that because then it's like, you know, you're so happy and proud of it. You will definitely need a crochet hook. You're also going to need a yarn needle. I don't have it in front of me. The crochet hook, remember, the bigger the hook, the bigger the square. So I'm using a 5mm hook. That's what the Big Twist yarn calls for. If you use a 4mm hook, the crochet square will be smaller. If you use a 6mm hook, it will be larger. And then you're going to definitely need some stitch markers and a pair. You guys, I have everything in front of me and I don't know why I'm like looking for stuff. It's right in front of me. You'll definitely need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. Don't forget that yarn needle. I don't know where mine went. Gather your ingredients. One thing that I want to say really quick, my bracelets, you guys will be seeing my bracelets in this video. These are real gemstones. This is a quick plug. If you're interested in purchasing them, my Etsy link to my Etsy shop will be down below in the comments section, you guys. Okay, thank you for listening to that. Let's get started on this gorgeous granny square. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry, but I'm just super excited, you guys. Let's get started on the tutorial. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, everyone, we're going to begin right now. Just remember to make sure that you guys are starting off with the color of his face. I almost started off with the wrong color already. So I'm using this color again. This is the color Camel. If you guys hear a little bit of construction noise in the background, my neighbors are doing something to their house. So I apologize for that in advance. But first thing we're going to do is make a magic ring, a magic circle. Don't freak out. I have a really, really easy way of doing this. First, you're going to take your yarn and then you're going to hold the yarn between your index finger and your thumb. Okay. Put your two fingers out like this. Go over and under and back over and make an X. Okay. And then you want to just hold the yarn in between your ring finger and your pinky, just like that. Then you take your hook side down, insert it right here. I call this the northwest quadrant. grab the hook and pull up a loop. Okay, it does take a little bit of practice. I've been doing this for years, so I am accustomed to it. You want to hold your loop on your hook as you take everything out. And then you have your magic circle. What I do is I immediately make, what are we gonna do first? 6 single crochet. So I'm going to just chain 1 right here to lock that in. Okay, and that locks everything in right there. You can put it down and that is your circle. So we are going to be working inside this circle, okay? It'll all come together, don't worry about it. And when you work in the circle, you want to make sure that you are crocheting over these 2 strands of yarn or the magic will fade away. And that's very sad. Okay, so again, we're going to be working, we're going to start round 1. We're going to work in this magic circle. We're going to do 6 single crochets. Okay, so here we go. 1, and again, you want to, I did that kind of fast, sorry. Insert your hook into the circle, pull your yarn over the 2 strands, single crochet. 2, and if you guys get lost really easy, you can mark your first single crochet right here. Just like that. This is the first single crochet. This is a chain 1 that we did. This is the first single crochet. Okay, so 6 single crochets inside the magic circle. Insert your hook under, over, 3, insert your hook under, over, 4. And again, remember, I'm using this thicker yarn. It is a worsted weight yarn. You guys might be using a thinner yarn. It's totally up to you. It's your preference. I'm just using this yarn because this is what I have. I have all the colors in this big twist value, so I'm using it today. Okay, so 6 single crochets, 1, I lost my count, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if they're all on one side, that's fine, because you're going to take your loose strand and you're going to pull it. I don't do it completely tight initially. I just go like that. So as you pull, it should close if you've done everything right. If not, go back and redo it. Like I said, it does take time. Okay, don't get discouraged. So I marked the first single crochet. How do I know that's the first single crochet? It's because I used a stitch marker. They work. So now we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet just like this. Boop. And there is your 6 single crochets inside a magic circle. Please, please, please don't get discouraged. If you did not get that, it does take practice, you guys. I've been doing this for a really long time. Just go back and rewatch it. Pause, rewatch it, pause, rewatch it, and you'll get the hang of it, I promise. Okay? So, the next round is round 2. Okay? And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, everyone, so we have our chain 2 right here. In the next stitch right here, we are going to put 3 double crochets in the same stitch. So in this stitch right here, we're going to put 1, and then in the same stitch, 2, and in that same stitch, 3 double crochets. Next stitch right here, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Again, if you guys hear noise in the background, that's my neighbor working on their house. 3 double crochets in each stitch. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets. Okay, so do 3 double crochets in each stitch and I will meet you when you are right here. Okay, everyone, so I want you to count your double crochets. The chain 3 in the beginning does count as a double crochet. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This round should have a total of 18 double crochets. So right now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, plus the chain 3 makes 16. 15, 16. Oh, God. So now we have this one stitch left. As long as you have 18 double crochets around, it's fine. So you just want to make it look even. So that's 16, and then we have 17, and then we have 18. If you mess up a little bit on this part, it's okay because it's going to be covered anyway, okay? So here is the top of our chain 3. All we want to do is slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 right here. If you have a hard time finding out where the top of the chain 3 is, please, please, please use stitch markers because stitch markers really, really do work. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, you want to take this and just pull it taut. Again, this is not going to show, but you know, that's how I do mine anyway. I wait until the second or third row and then I pull mine together. So yours should look something like this. Okay, and stop talking. Let's continue, okay? So now we're going to start round 3. Again, we're going to, I'm going to chain 2. You can chain 3 if you want to, okay? So we're going to increase, and this is how you increase in the rounds, okay? So we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Like this. Okay, so we're going to put 1 double crochet right here. In the next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. And that's just to repeat the pattern, okay? The next stitch right here, 1 double crochet. Next stitch, 2 double crochets. Okay, and you just repeat that pattern. 1 double crochet in 1, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. You should have a total of 26 stitches by the time you're done with the row. Again, if you mess up a little bit here or there, no worries. Just make sure you have 26 stitches at the end. Okay, so I will meet you when you are done with this round. It's 1 double crochet in 1 stitch, 2 double crochets in the next stitch for a total of 26 stitches. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. I have 24 stitches, so now I'm going to put 2 stitches in this. It should be double crochets, not stitches. 25, 26, okay? So then you're going to, again, slip stitch to the top right here. Oops. And yours should look something like this. Very cute. If you guys ever wanted to make a coaster, this is how you make a coaster. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to start round 4. Okay, round 4, same thing. We're just going to increase a little bit more. Okay, so you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So the next stitch would be right here. Don't be afraid to pull on your work a little bit. It's not going to affect it in any way. So the next stitch is right here. We're going to put 2 double crochets in that stitch. 1, 2. And we're going to put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2. And then in this stitch, we're just going to put 1 double crochet. Okay, so the pattern is 2 double crochets in one stitch, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so you should have a total of 44 double crochets in this round. Again, if you mess up a little bit, as long as you have 44 double crochets and as long as they look kind of even, you're golden. Okay, so go ahead and put 44 double crochets and I will meet you when you are done with this row. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this, and as you can see, I am using stitch markers because that's a lot of double crochets to count. So right now I have 42 double crochets, and then I'm going to put 2 more in the last stitch. So that brings me to a total of 44 double crochets all the way around. And then I'm just going to slip stitch to the top right here. Again, as long as they're evenly spaced and as long as you have 44 at the end, that's all that matters. Okay, so let's continue on to the next round. The next round is round 5. And this is going to be the last round that we're using this color in. And you guys, I think I'm going to make a scarf with this. This is going to be super cute. Anyway, round 5, we're going to chain 2, and you guys, I really suggest you use stitch markers for this next round because you have to have 64 double crochets. Okay, just saying. So we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so similar to the rounds that we did before. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in one stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in one stitch. Okay, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet in each of the next stitch, so 1 in each stitch. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is a group of 2, 4, 6. Okay, not including that. Including that, it's 7. Did I just confuse everyone? Let's do another round, another group. Okay, 2 double crochets in one stitch, next stitch, 2 double crochets, next stitch, 1 double crochet, next stitch, 1 double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that pattern all the way around, and by the time you reach your chain 2, you should have a total of 64 double crochets. Okay, as long as you have 64 double crochets all the way around and they're kind of evenly spaced, that's all that matters. Okay, please, please, please use stitch markers, chain markers, whatever you got. Okay, and I will meet you when you are done with this round, 64 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so yours circle should look something like this, okay? So I have 1 stitch left, and you can see that I am using my stitch markers. Again, you should have a total of 64 double crochets all the way around. So I have 1 stitch left, and I am going to put my last 2 double crochets in there. Okay, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the first double crochet right there. So yours again should look something like this. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so we are done with this. Now mine's going to be a little bit big because I am using the worsted weight, and that's all right because I wanted to look that way. Okay, if you're using a thinner yarn, yours will be a little bit smaller. No worries there. So we are going to fasten off this color now. So grab your scissors, cut the yarn, and then all you do is yarn over and pull through. And then you fasten that off, and that's what that looks like. Really, really beautiful. We'll tuck the ends in later, no big deal. So now this is the kind of like the face part, I guess. It is the face part. Now we are going to be working on the actual square background color. So whatever color you want to use for that, if you're making something super Christmassy, red, green, whatever, this is your project, make it your own. Maybe you want it purple, I don't know. Whatever color you're using next for the background, grab it and we will continue working on our square. Okay, everyone, so this is what your circle should look like, just a plain circle. I removed my stitch markers. So we are going to start making the actual square around the circle, okay? And again, whatever color you choose for your background, I am choosing a traditional green, and we are starting in any stitch. So any stitch you want. First, you make your slip knot. I like leaving a long tail so I can properly tuck my ends in, just to let you know. Put your hook in any stitch. Put your new color yarn on your hook. Pull through. And then you're immediately going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. This chain 5 stands as a triple crochet and then a chain 2. We're making the corner. Okay. So then in the same stitch, you want to yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same stitch, pull up, triple crochet. Okay, so it should look something like this and make a little triangle. Okay, so then what we are going to do next is put another triple crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so again, we have our chain 5. That's not a triple crochet. That's a double crochet. We have our chain 5 triple crochet. We're going to do another triple crochet. Don't be like me. Pay attention to what you're doing. Triple crochet right next to that. Okay. In the next stitch, we're going to put a 2 double crochets, not in the same stitch, but 1 double crochet in one double crochet in the next. Okay. Next stitch, half double crochet. Beep. Next stitch, half double crochet. That's my microwave. I'm making hot my lunch. Next 5 stitches, single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we have 2 triple crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 5 single crochets. Okay, so now we're going to increase. Oh, I wasn't tucking that in. It's okay. 2 half double crochets, 1 in each stitch. That's pretty. 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. 1 triple crochet in 1 stitch. Okay, let me see here. What we do 1 triple, hold on, I'm looking at, okay. So 1 triple crochet in 1 stitch, 1 triple crochet in the next stitch. Okay, in this same stitch, you want to chain 2. In the same stitch, we're going to triple crochet again in the same stitch. That's our next corner. Okay, see that? So we have 1 corner right here and another corner right here. And then we're just going to repeat that. Next stitch, triple crochet. This is how you turn a circle into a square. Next stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, I'm going to put it right there, half double crochet. Next stitch, half double crochet. And then, did I do that right? Yes. 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, I love this green, 5. And then you repeat again. Okay, let me just make sure. So here is the corner. I did 1 triple crochet, chain 2, triple crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and then I have another triple crochet right here. I have 2 double crochets, and then I have 2 half double crochets, and then 5 single crochets. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that pattern. 2 triple, 2 double, 2 half double, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. Did I say double crochets? I meant to say single crochets. Okay, so that is your pattern, and then continue on back up. Okay, so the pattern again is triple crochet, chain 2, triple crochet in the same stitch. Okay, triple crochet, 1 stitch, double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 triple crochet, chain 2, triple crochet in the same stitch, and then you want to come back down, triple crochet, double crochets, half double crochets, single crochets. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you when you are almost done with this square. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. Very pretty. I love the colors on this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So now you should have 1 stitch left right here. I use this, if you guys see me look, I use this as a guide. So this is my middle, so I always kind of am on the lookout for that. So you should have 1 stitch left right here. So we are going to triple crochet in that one like so. Okay, so then remember, this is the chain 5 that we started with. So you want to leave a chain 2 space. Okay, so now after we're done with this triple crochet, all we're going to do is slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Okay, so you have this chain 2 space. So the chain 2 spaces are your corners right here. So you should have 4 of them, and your circle turned into a square. So now I want to talk just a little bit about the next rows. Okay, so obviously we have this one background row, the square row. So now it is up to you entirely how many rows you would like to do afterwards. As I said, I'm using a 5mm hook, a worsted weight. So this is already pretty big. This is, I would say, like 5 inches. So I'm just going to put another row of double crochets. If you want to, you can put single crochets. It's entirely up to you, okay, how many rows you want to go after this one. But I'm just going to do 1 more row of double crochets, and then I will be done with the square part of this. So if you want to go for it, you want to make 3 or 4 more rows, maybe you want a massive square, by all means, it's up to you. Okay, but either way, the next rows are going to all be the same. Okay, so let's get started on the next rows. All you're going to do, so we just slip stitched into the 3rd chain right here. So then we're going to be working in this chain 2 space right here. So you're just going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space like that. Okay, so then we are going to chain 2. Okay, and then we are going to put another double crochet. That's a single crochet in this space right here. Okay, and then we are going to chain 2. Scoot these over, and in the same space we're going to put 2 more double crochets in the same space right here. Okay, so this is the corner. Okay, so we have our chain 2, which counts as a double crochet. Then we have a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Hold on, I don't like the way, do you see how that's kind of big right there? I'm gonna go back and do that one. Sometimes I don't know why the bottom stitch ends up longer. There, that looks better. I know you guys probably didn't see that, but I did, and that would drive me crazy. Okay. So then we're going to put the double crochets in here. So now all we're going to do, you guys, is 1 double crochet on each of the stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we're going to have 17 double crochets on top of each stitch. Okay, everyone with me? So here is our first one. And then you just put 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and I will meet you in this corner right here. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. I just have to finish this row. So let me count them now. So I'm not going to count these 2 yet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 17 across. Then, okay, I'm going to, we're at the corner, put 2 double crochets into this chain 2 space here. Then I'm going to chain 2, and then 2 single crochet or 2 double crochets in the corner. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and count all of these double crochets, including the 2 on the side. Okay, so I have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think that should be an even number, but it doesn't really matter. I have 21 double crochets right here. I should have 21 double crochets on all corners. I think it should be 22. I have 21. I don't know what I did. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a square, okay? So go ahead. This is easy crochet, you guys. As long as it's even, it doesn't matter, okay? No one's going to count your stitches, so it's okay, okay? So again, double crochet across. Make sure you have the same amount of double crochets. Remember to put 2 double crochets to start. Finish your row double crochets across. In the corner, you want 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and continue on across. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. I will meet you when you are done with your rows. Just make sure they have as many double crochets as this one. Okay, and you're golden. You're set. You got this. I will meet you when you are done with your rows. Look at how beautiful this is. Okay, everyone, so you should have 21 double crochets on each side for a total of 84. I was looking at the 84 double crochet total, thinking like each side should be an even number, but no, 21 double crochets on each side for a total of 84 total. So now we have the last 2. I love this color. It's so beautiful. Right here, just my random thoughts. Okay, so now this is the initial chain 2, and all we're going to do is slip stitch to the top of that, like so, and we are done with this. So just make sure that your rows are even. And like I said, this is all that I'm going to do. In the book, it says to do 2 more rows. I'm not. If you want to do 2 more rows, by all means, go for it. But you absolutely do not have to. I think this looks beautiful and perfect, and I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do now, whenever you are ready, if you want to continue on making rows, all you do is slip stitch into this stitch right here, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and you just repeat the pattern all over again. Super easy, okay? But I'm going to stop here, so I'm going to cut my yarn again, and I leave a long tail, and then I'm going to tie it off like this. And we are done with the actual square. I'm going to get my yarn needle and tuck in my ends. I will show you how to do that. The next part is, I believe we're going to make the antlers. How exciting. Let me get my yarn needle and I'll show you how to tuck your ends in. Okay, everyone, so even if you've only done 1 row like me, if you've done 3 rows like the book says, or however many rows you choose to do, you're going to want to tuck in your ends before you start the next round, the next phase, the antler phase of this granny square. So this is how I tuck my ends in. Everyone has their own way, but I guarantee you that my way, the ends do not come out. Okay, so we started first with the magic circle. You're going to want to get your yarn needle, and you're going to want to put your yarn on your yarn needle. So all you do is fold it in half like this, put your yarn through the yarn needle, and pull through one end. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to weave your ends back and forth 3 times. Okay, so what I like to do is and you always want to weave your ends in through the back loops only. Okay, so you just go like this, and I like to go in through like these loops right here. So you just go through one way, and you do not want your needle poking through the other side. So I just went through the back loops there. And if you turn around, you cannot see my needle. So that means that you're doing it right, because you don't want to ruin your work on the other side. So you just go through the back loops here, pull through, and then in those same loops, I skip the first one right here. I go back through the loops, just like that, pull through, okay, and then I always skip the first one right here. I go back through again, and pull through, and voila. That is done. It will not come out. I know there was a trend for a time on TikTok with people crocheting as fast as they possibly could. But you guys, you know, this is your project. And when you make projects like this, hopefully you make them, you know, they're meant to last. So please, please, please take your time with your work. You are putting in, you know, hours and hours into even one square like this. So just take your time. Again, I'm going to work the ends in. I like going to the back loops right here. So you just work your way down like that. And then you can see the back loops right here. I just go about 2 or 3 inches one way, like that. Again, can't see the, well, you can see it a little bit, but you know what I mean. Work through the back loops only. And this is why I have long strands. This one wasn't that long. That's okay. So I go through one way, I skip the first one, and this one's only going to have room for 2. And then I go through the back loops only like this, and tuck it in like that. Boom. I like going back and forth 3 times, but 2 is okay. So go ahead and do that with the other loose strands. Tuck your ends in, and when you're done with that, we will continue on to make the antlers. It's super exciting. Okay, everyone, so your square should look something like this. All of your ends should be tucked in. Now what we're going to do is work on the little antlers. I did go ahead and make them ahead of time. Super cute. Now if you guys don't have stuffing, you don't need the stuffing, all you do is use a long tail, okay, and you can stuff it in there and it'll fluff it up. They're already kind of fluffy anyway, depending on the yarn that you're using. I'm using a worsted weight, so I mean it's pretty thick already, so I'm not going to stuff it. But if you guys want stuffing, you're going to need stuffing. Otherwise, just make a long tail. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start the antlers. I am using the dark brown color, but for lighting's sake, so you guys can see, I am using this lighter color, the cream color. Okay, so let me grab some yarn right here and then we will begin. You also will definitely need a stitch marker. Okay, so we're going to start with, and I'm going to leave a long tail just so I can stuff the antlers at the end. So just like about like that, whatever you need. We're going to start with a magic ring, okay? And again, you take the yarn between your thumb and first finger, yarn over, under, over again to make an X. Hold the yarn between your ring and your middle finger. Take your hook, the correct size hook. I did this before, I grabbed the wrong size. Insert your hook into the, I call it the northwest quadrant right here. Grab this piece of yarn and pull up. So that is your yarn on your hook. Remove your fingers and then chain one, and that will lock the hook, the yarn on there. It does take practice, you guys. Just practice. Practice makes better. Okay. So then in this round right here, we are going to put 6 single crochets in the magic circle. Okay, right inside, 6 single crochets. Okay. So here we go. 1, and they're going to go inside the circle over the 2 strands of yarn. And by the end of this, you will be total pro at making magic circles. 2, 3, oops, not half double circles, 4, and if this is getting too big, you can pull it just a little. And remember, go under and over both strands of yarn. 5, and 6. Okay, take your loose strand, pull it just a little bit tight, not all the way tight yet. Okay, and then we are going to start. This is the first single, not single crochet, but the slip stitch that we did to hold the yarn on here. This right here is your first single crochet, so you want to work in this stitch right here. Okay, so then we are going to put in the next rows, we're going to work in the round. We're just going to do how many rows? 7 rows of 6 single crochets. You could do 7, you can do 5, you can do 12, however long you want your antler. Just go ahead and go for it. But one thing I do recommend, so you don't get lost, so here we go. We're going to single crochet in the first single crochet, just like that. Mark your first single crochet so you know where you are. Okay, So that's 1 single crochet. And then you're just going to go in the round, and don't be afraid to pull up to find that next single crochet. The first rows are really tight, so it is very easy to put 2 single crochets in one. So just remember to take your time and just work in the round like this. I have 2 more stitches. Like that. There's 1 and there's 2. Okay, and now what you can do is pull this tight. I always wait until a couple of rows, then you just pull that tight, and now you're working in like this. And another trick I have, you guys, is I always have the piece of paper right here. This is just the pattern. So I've done 1 row and I just finished my 2nd row, just so I know where I am with the rows, because it is super, super easy to get lost. Okay, so go ahead and make the 6 single crochets, 1 in each stitch, all the way around till you like the length. The pattern says 9 rows, but again, if you want 7, if you want 12 rows, it's up to you. It's your project. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you when you are done. Okay, everyone, so you can see this cute little antler. I am done, and I did go, I think I went 8 rows or 9. Maybe I did do that. I don't know. I lost count. But it doesn't really matter. As long as you like the length, that's what matters. And as long as it matches up on your granny square. So now we're going to fasten off. And to fasten off, I just go slip stitch into 1 single crochet. And then I slip stitch into the next single crochet. Just like that. And then I grab my scissors. And again, if you want to leave a long tail, actually, you know what? You need to leave a long tail because we have to weave in these ends. And I always leave an extra tail like that. And then what you do with the one that you just cut is you just tie it in a knot. Just like that. And then if you want to tuck this in, you can use your finger, or you can use a pen or the end of your hook, and you just tuck in the end like that so it can get a little bit fluffy. You see how that's going in there? Especially with little things like this, you really don't need a lot of fluff. So it just puffs it up a little bit. So go ahead and do that, and then we will work on the side antler now. Okay, everyone, you can see how cute this is. I stuffed the other tail in, and it looks nice and fluffy. Really, really cute. So now we are going to work on the side antler. It's pretty much the same as this main antler. It's super, super easy, you guys. Again, we're going to start out with a magic circle. I said this was going to get, you're going to be pro. Again, leave a tail if you want to stuff it in. This one's not going to be as big, so you don't need as big of a tail. And remember, you're going to want to make 2 antlers, okay? So once you're done with this, you got to make another one, okay? So take your yarn over your 2 fingers, under, back over, hold it with an X like this, insert your hook, down, pull up a loop, and there's your magic circle, chain, beep, and that holds it on there, okay? And again, we're going to be working inside the circle over the 2 loops. You have to work over the 2 loops or it will lose its magic. Let me get a little bit more yarn here, and we're going to do pretty much exactly the same, only it's going to be 5 single crochets in the circle right here. So here we go. Inside the circle, over the 2 strands of yarn, 1, that's a half double crochet, you guys. What am I doing? 2. I'm used to doing all these crazy stitches, that's why. 3. I'm going to close this up a little bit. And then 2 more. 4. And 5. Just like that. Now you can close it. Not too tight though. Now remember, this stitch right here is our first little slip stitch. It's not a slip stitch. It's a chain 1. My brain, it's early, you guys. This is the first single crochet, so this is the stitch that we are going to be working in right here. So not this one right here. Okay, so all we're going to do is 5 single crochets all the way around. You can use a stitch marker again. Let me put that in there. So here's our first single crochet, and then I'm just going to tighten the magic circle right here. Am I crocheting? I'm crocheting with the wrong. Make sure you're crocheting with the right one. Did you guys see that I picked up the wrong strand? So here's the first single crochet, single crochet into that one, and then I'm going to tighten the circle. And then all you do, same thing like last time, is you just go around 1 single crochet at a time. So we just did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then for this one, we just want to do, I think, 4 rows or 5 rows. 5 rows total. Okay, so we've already done 2 rows. So you can do 4 rows, you can do 5 rows, you can do 6 rows, however many rows you want. I think in mine I did 5 rows. I did do 5 rows. So go ahead and just do it 1 single crochet, 5 single crochets all the way in the round, and I will meet you when you are done with your side antler. Okay, everyone, so you can see my little nib looks like that. Again, I'm going to leave a long strand just so I can secure it on to the other antler correctly. I always leave long strands. If you guys have seen my videos, you know. So then, you know, whatever length you want, it doesn't have to be exact. Just remember that you're going to make 2 of these. So just remember what you do, write it down if you want to. So then I'm just going to fasten this off like we did before with a couple of slip stitches. You can do 1 or 2, doesn't matter, just like this. And then fasten it off with a knot like that. Okay, you can stuff this using the edge right here. I'm not going to do that. I didn't do that in the one before, but I did do it in this one, okay? So we're going to make like, to me, it looks like a little cactus. It's super cute, you guys. So all we're going to do is stitch this little nub onto this right here. And you're obviously only going to need one of these strands. So I'm just going to cut that like this. And again, this one that I'm doing is just for reference, so you guys can see I am using the darker yarn for my antlers and my final project. So again, we're just going to put this on here. Let me stuff this in a little bit better. This is just the end, so I just cut that off. If you guys want to stuff it, go ahead. I'm not going to do that. So now you're going to put your yarn on your yarn needle just like this, okay? And then this one kind of goes up like that, so I'm just literally going to put it in the middle somewhere. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. This is your project. You do you, okay? So what we are going to do is go in, I like to go in from the top and the bottom loop, and then just find a loop to stick that into and just start sewing it on. And one thing I would tell you is make sure that it's on the side and it doesn't come up on like the front. So you want to squish the main antler down a little bit just so you know where the side is, okay? So then like I'm coming up through this stitch right here, and then come back down on this stitch right here, and then you just go all the way around. So you see how that's flat, and this is going to be flat too on there. So here's another stitch right here. I'm just gonna come up like that. Oops. Make sure it doesn't go around like that. And then come back down right here, like so. That really wants to wrap around there. And then I'm going to finish, so this is the front side. This is so cute. I want to finish on the back side, okay? So I'm just going to come up again right here. And again, wherever you see, there really is no right or wrong way to do this, just as long as it's kind of flat. And then you want to come back down through here, like so. And then what I do, so this is going to be the back side. I just make a little knot wherever, just like that, just so it stays in place, okay? So what do you do with this? All you do is, there's a little hole right there. You just pull it through the back side, just like that. And then you want to cut this strand only, just the strand that we just worked with, okay? So let's cut that strand. You want to leave this strand here of yarn because that is what we're going to, look at how cute. This is what we're going to sew the antler onto the granny square when we're done with all of that, okay? So you want to make 2 of these, okay? Here's mine right here. Mine are this color. So I just made this one again just for demonstration purposes. So they're going to look something like that. Little Ys, they're so cute, you guys. I'm so excited. I don't know, something like that. It doesn't matter. So now we are going to, what are we going to do next? Oh, we're going to do the ears next. Super exciting. Okay, everyone. Sorry, I was trying to get that. So this is what my antler looks like. Really cute. I have to put the other one together. But I'm going to place it around right here. And it looks so cute. And I'll tell you, if you don't want it like to go up, but actually I think that looks really cute. I'll tell you how to tack it down. But next we are going to do the ears, and they are super, super easy. So go ahead and grab your ear color and let's get started. I already have my color right here, and it's again, very, very simple, you guys. This is a really, really nice project to do, and I'm super, super excited. So I'm using this kind of camel color for the ears. You can use whatever color you want. You can make it the same color as the antlers. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just have all this yarn that I need to, something has to happen with it. So here we go. We are going to start now again with a magic circle. Again, I like to leave a little tail just so I can tuck it in. Hold the strand of yarn between your thumb and first finger, cross it over, under, and then back over again to make an X. Hold the yarn with your ring and pinky finger. Insert the hook underneath. I call it the northwest quadrant. Pull the yarn and hold everything together and bring a loop up. And then you're going to hold on to that loop, take your fingers out, and chain one. Hopefully by now you're kind of have the hang of it. If not, just keep practicing. And remember, always, 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 when you have a magic circle, you have to crochet over the two pieces of yarn, or the magic will not happen. Okay? So again, you're going to have, you're going to need a stitch marker for this. So let's get started. We're going to work again in the magic circle. Okay? So we're going to put 6 single crochets inside the ring, and you insert your hook under, over, and then make your single crochet. Okay, I'm going to put this a little smaller. So we've done 2 single crochets, 3, and we'll just do this together here, 4, 5, and 6, and remember to go over and under the 2 strands of yarn. Pull it together a little bit tight, not all the way, just like that. And then we are just going to continue to round 2. We're going to single crochet in each stitch to the end. So again, this is our first stitch right here. This is our first single crochet right in here, right here. So we're going to single crochet in that stitch right here, just like that. So this single crochet begins your second row, so you want to mark it just so you don't get lost. Okay, and then, so that was our first single crochet. You just put 1 single crochet in each single crochet all the way around, and you should have 6. So that was 3, 4, and we'll just do this together, 5, and 6, like so. And now you can close this shut by just pulling on that strand right there. Okay, so now we are going to start round 3. Just tuck it inside out like that, or not inside out, right side out. And here is our first stitch to begin with, right here. How do I know? Because I marked it. So we are going to put 2 single crochets in this first stitch, okay? 2 single crochets. We're going to do an increase. So that's, and we're going to do it in the same stitch. So that's 1 and 2. And then I'm going to mark the first stitch right here, just like that. Okay, that's beginning our row there. And then I'm going to put single crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, 1 in each stitch. And then in the next stitch right here, I'm going to put 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. And then in the next 2 stitches, I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch. Just like that. Okay, and then in the next stitch, so we are on round 4, we are going to just put 1 single crochet in each stitch for 8 single crochets. So go ahead and do that. We'll start out with 1. Mark your first stitch, and then single crochet all the way around. And I will meet you when you are done with that. Okay, everyone, so I'm just finishing up this row. Again, you should have 8 single crochets in that row. So then we're going to start round 5. So in round 5, we're going to do, again, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So that's 1 and 2. Then we're going to mark our first stitch like that. Okay, and then we're going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 single crochets. And so what we're doing here is increasing. So 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next stitch, we're going to put 2 single crochets, 2 in 1 right here. One and 2 in the same stitch. And then we have 2 single crochets left. Crochets, I can't talk. So we're going to put 3 single crochets left. So we're going to put 3 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. A lot of S's. And that should leave you with 10 single crochets, okay? And we have finished that row. We've come to the stitch marker. So then we're going to do round 6, and round 6 is just 10 single crochets, 1 single crochet in each stitch. Go ahead and mark the first stitch and single crochet all the way around, and I will meet you when you are done. Okay, everyone, I almost said okay, honey. We are done with round 6. You should have 10 single crochets, and we have only 2 rows left. Super exciting. So the next round, round 7, you should put 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and we will do that right here. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, mark your first stitch right here, and then we are going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 single crochets, and we'll just do this together, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's why my tutorials are so long, is because I like to just get it all and do it with you guys. It's awesome. And then, okay, in the next stitch, we are going to put 2 single crochets. Did that make sense? I don't like pausing and then restarting. I just like to work the pattern with you guys. Okay, what's wrong with that? And then in the next stitches, you should have 4 stitches left. You're going to put 1 in each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the next stitches we are going to be joining. It's called single crochet 2 together. So we're taking this wide part and we're narrowing it back down. Okay, and it's really easy. So all you do is insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, I am going to mark that stitch because that's the first stitch of the row, and we'll go around and do these together. Okay, so next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Easy peasy. Next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. You see, so it's making the hole smaller. Next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then just, I'm going to go fast now. Continue with the last 4, pull through all 3. And then we have the last 2 right here. Oops. And then pull through all 3. And you have just made a beautiful ear. Super cute. So the next stitch, I just slip stitch to that. And then the next stitch, I slip stitch into that one. And then I'm going to cut a long tail and then tie it off. Wow, super cute. And there is our ears. So you want to go ahead and make 2 of them, super cute. And once you've made 2 of them, next I think we're going to do the nose or the face. I'm not 100% sure, I have to look at the pattern. But go ahead and do 2 ears and I will meet you when you are done. Okay, everyone, so now you should have 2 ears. you should have 2 antlers. Here's one of mine. Here's the other, I just haven't put it together. And you should have your base, okay? Now we're going to go on with the nose, and the nose again is super easy. Let me get some of the yarn here. So we're going to start out with a magic circle. Again, I like to leave a lot of yarn so I can just tuck it in. Hold the yarn between your thumb and first finger, 2 fingers, over, under, back over to make an X. Hold the yarn there with your last 2 fingers. Put the yarn underneath the northwest quadrant. Grab the yarn with your hook, pull up. I did that kind of fast because we have done several already, so hopefully you guys are getting the hang of it. And then you want to just chain 1 that locks it on there. Okay, everyone, so sorry about that. I just had like a major yarn barf happen. I was trying to get my red yarn. But anyway, okay, you have your circle, your magic ring, your magic circle, and then you have your chain 1 here, okay? So we're going to start round 1. And you guys, I only do the chain 1 to lock it on there. It's absolutely not necessary. I just do it to lock it on there. So we're going to make his nose right now. So we're going to do 5 single crochets inside the ring. Okay, and remember to go over and under the 2 strands of yarn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to close this a little bit. 5 single crochets inside the magic circle. Close it up just a little bit, okay? So now we are going to work single crochets, and I just have my yarn needle here. Here's the first single crochet, or here's the first chain that we did, but this is the first single crochet, and this is what you want to work inside, okay? So in this first single crochet right here, we're going to put 2 single crochets. And we're actually just going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch for a total of 10 single crochets, okay? So I just put 2 in that stitch, and I'm going to mark the first one that I did. And we are working in the round. This is going to be his nose. Next stitch, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Oh, that's a half double crochet. Like so. Next stitch, 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Next stitch, 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Next stitch, should have 1 stitch left, 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. So maybe you like his nose like this, and that's fine, but I am going to do the extra round, and all you do for that round is you just put 1 single crochet in each single crochet for a total of 10. So we'll do 1, and we'll just do this together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So yours should look something like this, super cute. You can pull on the string to make it tight. Then in the next strand, or the next stitch right here, we're just going to do a slip stitch, and then I'm going to cut the yarn off. I always leave a long strand so I can sew it on. I'm getting like 10 steps ahead. And then you just want to fasten off and make a knot like that. Okay, so this is going to be his nose, and right now it wants to kind of go up like that, which is kind of cute. If you want it to lay completely flat like that, put it underneath a book or something super heavy. Books are always good. But if you want it to lay completely flat, put it under a book or a water bottle, something heavy, okay, so it stays flat. So now the next we're going to work on his muzzle part. Super exciting, we're almost done. Okay, everyone, so now we're going to work on his muzzle. I am using this kind of very light tan, creamy color, I guess you would call it, I don't know. Whatever color you want to use, again, make it your own. But you guys, this is the last little thing that we have to do, and then we are going to assemble the whole project. I'm super, super excited. So we're going to, again, make, oh, we're not going to make a magic circle here. Leave a long tail, though, just so you can attach it to the granny square, okay? So now it says we are going to chain 5. So first we're going to make a slip knot like this. However you make it is your own way. That I've seen like a billion ways. And then we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Chain 5. We're going to skip the first chain, single crochet into the next 3 chains. Okay, so we're going to skip this first chain right here, and then we're going to single crochet into the next 3 chains. We're going to skip this first one, single crochet 1, single crochet 2, and single crochet 3. Okay, so you should have 1 stitch left, 1 chain left. Okay, then we're going to put 3 single crochets in the last chain. So in this one right here, and what we're making right here is an oval. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and yours will come loose like that. It's no big deal. So now what we're going to be doing is working in these stitches right here. So let me hold this right here. And these stitches right here is what we're going to be working on. If my voice is a little bit jittery, I just totally downed a vanilla latte. It was so delicious. Okay. So now we are going to, let's see what it says. Turn to work on other side of foundation, chain, single crochet in the next 3 chains. So again, these stitches right here is what we're going to be single crocheting, okay? So we're going to single crochet in this one, 1 single crochet, single crochet in the next one, and then this stitch right here, we're going to put 1 single crochet, okay? And then there will be one stitch left, which is right here. So in this one stitch, we're going to put 3 single crochets, same thing that we did on the end. So 3 single crochets in that one stitch. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that completes our little oval, and yours should look something like this. And we are just going to go ahead and continue. So now we're going to single crochet. Here's your first single crochet right here. We're going to single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And I am going to mark my first single crochet just so I do not get lost. So this is my first single crochet right here because it's so easy to do. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we're going to put 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so 2 single crochets each. In this stitch, that's 1 single crochet, and then in the same stitch, another single crochet. Next stitch, 2 single crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. Okay, and then in the next 4 stitches, single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then you should have 2 stitches left right here. So then you're going to put 2 single crochets in each of those. Okay, so in this one right here, we're going to put 2 single crochets. 1, 2. In the next stitch, our last stitch, 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Okay, if you guys are worried about there being big holes, don't worry about it because we can go back and fill it in. Okay, so that is the end of round 2. So then we are going to start round 3, and we're just going to do this all together. So we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then in the next stitch we're going to put 2 single crochets, and that's how it's going to be all the way around. And you guys can do that on your own, right? Let me mark the first stitch right here. So we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then in the stitch after that put 2 single crochets. Okay, so go ahead and do that all the way around, and I will meet you when you are done with round 3. You should have 24 single crochets when you're done. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. Again, as long as you have 24 single crochets all the way around, that is all that matters. You know, if you've doubled up, whatever, it's fine. Just have 24 single crochets all the way around. So we are going to work on round 4 now, and we're going to single crochet, and so we're going to do exactly the same like we did. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch right here, and I'm going to mark that so I don't get lost. And then we're going to put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Exactly the same like we did before. You should end up with 36 6 stitches in this row, in this round. So single crochet in one stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Go ahead and do that, and I will meet you when you are done with this round. Okay everyone, so yours should look something like this. I have 1 stitch left, and I'm going to put the 2 stitches in the one that I have left. I'm going to take out my stitch marker, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. We are done. And then I'm going to cut it off with a long tail, and then I'm going to make a knot. Okay, super cute. So that's his little mouth area. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So now you guys, and don't worry if you guys want this like super even, let me show you. You can take your yarn needle and just kind of smooth it out a little bit if you want to. You don't have to. I mean, you can't even tell. But if you wanted to, you just go one way and then the other way and then the other way again. It'll make it look a little bit more even, but I think that looks good already. Okay, so now we are going to assemble the whole thing. How exciting is this? Just make sure that you have your antlers done and everything is done. I need to do this antler, and then I will meet you back. Okay, everyone, we are going to start assembly. So exciting, you guys. So first we're going to start with the muzzle. If you guys want, I have like a hole right here. I'll show you how to close that up. Just to make it, I mean, you absolutely do not have to do this, but if you just want to make it, so it's not that holy, not that you can tell really, but that just bothers me. All you do, I know my brain, is go again in the back loops only, like this, and you just want to stitch across that area. And it just kind of closes them up. There's no right or wrong way how to do this. You just stitch to your heart's content until you are satisfied with what that looks like. You just go back and forth, and then you can go over here to this one, and then over to this one, but just make sure that it is in the back loops only, so it doesn't show across your work. Just like that. And then you can see how it just closes it up. I mean, you probably can't tell the difference, but I can. So then I'm just going to make a knot right here, and then just close that up. And then we can cut that. And then we can start. So you want to leave the bottom. This is the bottom row of the face part, I guess you could say, and it says his muzzle. And I'm going to put it somewhere around there. Just make sure it looks kind of even. I think that looks really good. It's so cute. So then you're going to take your strand. You can also just use an extra strand, like if you just want to cut a strand of yarn from this, from your yarn, and just use it, you can do it that way. I like using the yarn that I worked with. And again, there isn't a right or wrong way. You just want to make sure that it is even. So then you just start. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to come up since it's right here. on this one, okay? And then in this next stitch right here, I'm going to go through both and come out of the granny square, pull that through, and then the next stitch I'm going to come back up, and you're just literally just sewing it on. And it's okay to skip a few stitches. That's totally fine. Just make sure that it stays even. So that's what you do. You just sew it on, and then you come through the back, and then you come up through the front. And again, everyone has their own way of doing this, so you will find your own way. So go ahead and stitch this to your square, and when you are done, I will meet you. I will meet you back here when you are done with your stitching it on. Okay, everyone, this is so cute. I'm so excited. Super cute. It's on there. So now all you want to do is fasten it off, and I'm just going to go through the back loops right here, and then I'm going to go through these back loops right here. So then how I fasten off is I go one way like this, and then the other way. And you guys, I know we're at the end and everyone wants to rush, but please, please, please don't rush this, because you want this to last. So then you go one way, go that way, and then you go the other way, just like that. And that is locked in there. It will not come out. Boop. Yay! It's super exciting. Oh my God, that's so cute. So now we're going to put his nose on. And of course, I have too much yarn here. So I just made this. It is kind of puffing up. I am going to just, actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to make a knot on the back. So if you didn't do this, just go ahead and make a knot right here. The magic circle is, it holds really, really well, but you know me. I just knot it up like this. And then I just go like that, and boom. Okay, now that's on there. So I can take this one off. And then I'm going to figure out where to put this. So in the picture, they just have it like right here. Oh my God, that's so cute. And they have it, oh, that's it. Oh my God, that is so adorable. I'm so excited, you guys. It's so cute. So again, put your yarn needle through. It's so, so sweet. And I'm going to have mine. So this is the center right here, and I'm just going to center it right there. So I'm going to go in through here first, and you're going to want to go in through the muzzle and through the granny square, okay? And you pull through all the way. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Don't pull too hard. Is that even? Okay, just make it even however you want it. I don't think that's even. Let me even mine out. Hold on one second. Okay, everyone, that is much better. I need to calm down. I know I'm really jittery from this latte that I had. So then I'm going to put the yarn on my needle, And then I'm going to, I really like it right there. So I'm going to go through right here, the nose, and I'm going to go all the way through the granny square and the muzzle, all layers, okay? And then I'm just going to, I did that layer, and then I'm going to come up right here. You can also pin this, but I like living dangerously. So go ahead and do this all the way around, and I will meet you when you are done. I'm super excited. Okay, everyone, this is so cute. Oh my God, I'm dying. So I'm going to come up to right here again. And there's like a little thing that's sticking up. I'm gonna make it stick down like that. And then I'm actually just gonna do one in the middle just because, why not? Just to make sure it stays in there. Oh my God, that's so cute. And then again, we're gonna do, find the back loops here. I'll go right here. So then go ahead and, what do you call this? Tuck in your ends one way, the other way, and then go back this way. And then I'm going to put the ears on. I think the eyes I'm gonna do last. So I'm gonna put the ears on next. Okay, everyone, look at how cute that is. So you can see it's completely attached to the granny square. Now what we're going to do is attach these two, the ear and the antler, and we can work on the antler first. It's so cute, you guys. I'm freaking out. It's so cute. Oh my God. So what I did, I stuffed, there were two ends. I just ended up stuffing the other one inside just to give it a little bit of fluff. I don't think it needs it. If you guys are using a worsted weight, it's definitely already fluffy. But you know, if you want fluff, add the fluff. What I do recommend though is getting it as close to or on the different color line. If you guys use a different color, just so you have, so it doesn't show the green. And I am leaving the edges open, the corners open. If you want to cover them up, that's up to you, but I am just leaving it open just because I think it looks a little better. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, it's your project. Do whatever you want. We're almost done. I'm so excited. So, okay, let's calm down and get your yarn on that yarn needle just like this. And again, all you're going to do is sew it on, okay? So mine starts right there. So actually I'm going to go up like this. You can close it off if you want to. I'm not, just because I'm going to sew it closed. So again, you want to make sure that you're going through the granny square and just sew it on. And try not to move it so it stays where you want it, and then get up all in the nooks and crannies right in here, and go ahead and just follow the backing. And what I mean by that is, I mean, you want to get as close to the edge as possible of the granny square. What I mean in my head and say out loud is two different things. You guys know. If you've seen my videos, you know. If you watch my daily rants, yarn giveaways. You know how I am. So then you come back up here, and I'm just gonna have a little bit of a plug. If you guys haven't followed me or subscribed to my channel, please, please, please subscribe. I do have a ton of yarn giveaways in addition to awesome, I think they're awesome, tutorials. Look at that. So cute. So I'm gonna put another one down here, and then I'm just gonna go up the middle. Just one, and then another one right in here. And then I'm gonna flip it over. You wanna leave enough to tuck the ends in. Where can I put this? Maybe on this one I'll just do a knot. It's on there pretty well. So on this one I'm just gonna do a knot. You see this right here? You just go like this. And then I do it double. If you guys hear that blowing, that's my heater. It's so cold here in the Bay Area. And you just tie a knot like that. Cut it. Flip it over. Super cute. You guys, we're almost done. Look at how cute that is. Then we're going to take the ear and do the same thing. On this one, I have this, so I'm just going to tuck it in. I was using the end of my yarn needle, but we'll just tuck it in really quick. Like this. Sorry, I thought I tucked that in. No big deal. So we have the end here again. So I'm going to try and match. Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to get my yarn needle. And then I'm going to thread that through. And I'm going to come up to the front on this, like so. And then I think that is cute right there. Hold the two together. Yeah, that's really cute. And then just sew it. See, this one has a lot of yarn. And make sure you get as close to the edge as possible just so it stays down. You guys, this is so cute. So I do want to make a Christmas sweater. I think that would be so fun. There's a lot of different granny squares, Christmas themed granny squares that I can make. And I think that they can be the cutest sweater. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm getting very excited. Where did I put that one? I lost my place. Here we go. So you just sew it in little increments like this, because you definitely don't want it falling off. And get the edges. And I know it's like, well, duh, Anne, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people like to cut corners, and you guys do not cut corners. Take your time. This is your project. You've spent all this time on it. Just take the time to do nice finish work. And then we're almost done with this. I'm going to put one more stitch right here on the bottom. Oh my God, that's so cute. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'll go through these right here. So you saw in the last one, I did just tie a knot. I do like to go through the back loops. If you can, please do, because it's more secure. The other way is just literally a knot. This way you have it securely in place by going back and forth like this. And then if you want, you can tie a knot to make it extra secure, which is what I like to do. Like that. So I zigzag back and forth, and then I also tied a knot. Boop. Let's turn it over. Ah! That's so cute. And you know what? It's not going to match up perfect. That is the whole premise of it being handmade. You know, that looks so cute. So you guys, I have been, the last 2 days, I swear to you, I have been like doing all sorts of different eyes, and this is the eye that I like. I am going to pause it right here just so I can get a sip of water, and then when we come back, we will work on the eye, and then we will be done. It's super cute. Okay, everyone, this is literally the last of the last. We're going to do an eye. In the original pattern, it has you do an embroidery knot. I did a couple of them. I did a double and triple and even a quadruple one, and I just wasn't satisfied with it. So I'm just going to do exactly what we did here, just in one round. And I think that that looks much better. So I'm using black yarn. You can use whatever yarn you like. So now we're going to do the magic circle again, and please leave a tail so you guys can sew it on, okay? So we're gonna go over, under, back over again to make an X, hold it with your fingers, insert your hook in the northwest quadrant. I love saying that. It's like a Star Trek reference. Tilt your hook down, bring it back up, and that is your magic circle, magic ring. I always chain one just to lock it on there, just like that. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So now all we're going to do is put 5 single crochets inside this magic circle. You guys, I know that it is black and I know it's hard to see, but we've done this throughout the whole tutorial, so stick with me. I had a brain freeze there. Okay, insert your hook. All we're gonna do is put 5 single crochets inside the magic circle and you're done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boop. There we go. Now we're going to pull it together like so. And then you're just going to put a slip stitch into the first single crochet, which is right here. Just like that. Okay, so now what you want to do, again, I leave a long strand, is bring your granny square over. I just am pulling this through just because I want it to stay as circular as possible. And then I'm pulling that tight. I'm going to get my yarn needle, and with this strand, I'm going to go through this right here, these two, bring this strand through, and just so it stays a little bit more finished like that. A little bit more in the round, and then I'm just going to tuck this through some loops back here. And then at this, I'm just going to tie a knot. And don't tie anything too tight. You just want a nice circle. So I'm just going to go through here, and then I'm just going to make a little knot. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut that right there. Super cute. So then I've already joined this one. I'm just going to make sure that, oh, look at how cute that is. This is even. Does that look, it looks even enough. Oh my God, that is so cute. I'm so excited. Rudolph, hey buddy. So this one is in the back. I'm gonna bring it to the front first. Like that, and then I'm really going to make sure that it's even. You can hear my voice. I'm so excited. That's like a little piece of lint. That is adorable. I think like that. So now what I do is I just focus on these stitches, and I want to keep it in the same spot as much as possible. So there's one, and then I go up. And sometimes you just gotta work your needle through there. Like that. And then go through like that. And then go up. And then I just work in the edge like that. And so a couple more. Just like that. And then I'm going to come up in the middle and just put one through the middle so it stays secure. Like that. Super cute. Oh, look at how cute that is. And I'm going to go to the back, and then I'm just going to tie a knot through this one right here. Just like that. Maybe I'll do another one. I'll do one more because that's how I am. Do a small loop and then put your yarn through the loop like that. And there you have it. We are done with Rudolph. So exciting, you guys. Look at how cute that is. Again, I'm going to probably make a Christmas sweater. You can, what can you do with this? You could turn this into a hot pad. This would also be a very, very cute scarf. Use the brown color or whatever color, a white contrasting color, and just make a long, you could just use double crochets, you guys. double crochet scarf, make 2 of these and have one on each end. That would look so cute. A shawl, whatever you want. I love granny squares. If you make this, please, please, please email me a picture. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. It came out so cute. I'm so, so happy. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It is a fun time and lots more tutorials to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye.